Mariah,
Hey,
let's talk about it.
what we talking about?
All right. You got a lot going on in life.
Oh, tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, my name is Mariah. I am a third year law student at DePaul University College of Law, graduating in a month at this point. So yeah, I'm in law school. I'm also studying for the bar already. For those who are familiar with like how law school works, you normally start studying around like May 15th until the end of July. But the way my brain's set up, I'm starting early, so I'm doing that. Yeah, I just have a lot going on. That's mostly of what I have going on. Is really like everything in law school, studying for the bar, like still trying to have a life outside of that as well. And yeah, working out, that's another thing that I do consistently. So yeah.
All right. And so how do you keep up with that with your daily schedule? Because I've seen your calendar and it's very colorful.
Yeah. If it's not on my calendar, it's not happening. Period.
So
So, I mean, I have in my calendar like little colors for different things. So for our sessions, it's orange for wellness or anything wellness related. Like sometimes I do yoga classes that goes in there. Like whatever is wellness related. My therapy sessions are wellness related. That's orange too. So I have different colors for different things. My class work is green or my class schedule is green. So just different colors for different things. Honestly, the colors really don't matter. It's really just for me to know that there's something different like for the different times. But it really just, if it's in my calendar, it's happening. If it's not happening. As well as in my calendar, I have an alarm set for each thing. Like just because it's in my calendar doesn't mean it's happening. It has to tell me to do it. So yeah, that's how I keep track of it, my calendar and physically writing things down.
okay. All right. So you have a sports background. So can you tell me about the sports that you played and how you were able to make that transition into your own fitness journey?
Yeah, so I played basketball and I ran track in middle and high school. And my track body, that's kind of how I transition into working out now. I also did cheer, but at Providence St. Mel, cheer was pom or dance. It wasn't the real like flipping people in the air. So with that, like dancing is another form of exercising. Like that is another way that I get my workouts in, I guess. But I transitioned that after high school. I didn't do any sports. Like in college, I didn't run track in college. I didn't do any of that, but I still danced. I danced for like the first 3 years of college. And again, that's how I got my workouts in. I did not do anything else outside of that other than dancing and whatever else. Like if my friends want to do like a go to the gym once a month, I don't know, like if they like let's go to the gym for fun, like we weren't really doing much. But yeah, so I mostly danced. And then I decided to stop dancing my senior year, or part of my junior year into my senior year. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, dancing was a form of my working out. I need to do something. And so I started to go to the gym on my own, right? Like I kind of knew what to do, but not really. I just knew that I was in the gym with all the guys. Like that's where I was, cause that's where the weights was at. It's like, but that was very uncomfortable for me. So that was the first time being in a gym like by myself, not really having any direction. And then when I graduated, that's kind of when I started actually getting a trainer, cause I didn't have anyone else. Like I was here, I went straight from undergrad into law school, so I'm like, I need a trainer. And that's when I got a trainer. And we're not gonna speak about that trainer, but you know, a year after that, here we are.
Okay. Okay. So around what year did you start like really work? Like what year was that when you started being consistent with your workouts?
Yeah. I would say when I graduated, I graduated in 2019.
Okay.
And so I didn't get a trainer until like September of that same year of 2019. But between like May and September, I was still working out. Like I would do my own thing, look up workouts, and I think I was working out like 4 times a day. So that's when I really got consistent, especially over the summer. I love working out outside. So that was another thing. Me and my mom worked out together a lot. That was also when I had moved back home. I hadn't moved back out just yet. I was at home with my parents. And so me and my mom did a lot. We also had like this juke fit class. It's dance, but like somebody that we know holds like a juke fit class, and that's literally, again, like I said, my form of exercising was dancing. I love to dance, so that was another like way that I could work out, get some cardio in. But again, I was going to the gym, but I wasn't like bulking. Like I was doing a lot of cardio, so like I was very thin. My body didn't really look how I wanted it to look. I didn't have my track body yet or back, but yeah, that's when I really got consistent, was around like June of 2019.
Well, that's crazy because it's taken me all the way to 2022 to kind of realize how fresh you are in the game. You know, 3 years is, that's still kind of like,
Not a lot of time.
yeah. So it's good, with how consistent you have been. I feel like obviously, since you started, training with your other trainer, other than the other trainer, you've been very consistent. And one thing I know about you is you keep yourself busy. And so before we segment into that, it seems like dance is very prominent in your life. So touch on that. What does that do for you? What does dance do for you?
Well, I think back when I've been dancing all my life. Like when I was a kid, my parents put me in dance classes and a little bit of tumbling. Like they put me in everything, but the one thing that stuck was dance. And so for me, I guess like there's just been a lot of things that has occurred, like a lot of trauma and things like that. And I feel like whenever I was done with school, I would go right to practice. So like in college, specifically, I had a lot of deaths going on in my family. Like I think I had 3 in a matter of 6 weeks of my sophomore year in college. And it was also the time that a show was coming up. So like right after I was done with classes, we would go or train from like 5 to midnight. You know how shows go, like it's every day until you get it right. So for me, it's just really like cleared my head. It really like put me in a different headspace to I don't want to say not think about what was going on, because that's not true. Like I was like still thinking about it, but it helped me kind of get through it. Like, get through my emotions, because again, dance helps you like bring out what you're feeling. So even if it was like, for example, like a drill song that we was doing, like I'm mad, like somebody that I love just died, I'm pissed, I'm ready to fight. And so I put all of that in my dance. Or if it's like a very, I don't want to say classical, but like a contemporary style dance, like that's real like flowy and it brings out the emotions and things. So that's another like way that I was able to really get through my feelings. So for me, it was like a coping mechanism, honestly. Yeah, and even I guess last semester, that's really, and I haven't really talked about dance much this semester, if you've noticed, because I haven't really been dancing this semester. But for me, it's something that I could always go back to when I need it. Like when I need to feel my emotions, because I put it in a box and I put it away. Like, cause I got stuff to do. I got shit to do. I'm about to graduate. I'm about to be a whole ass attorney. Like I have things to do. I don't have time to feel my feelings, or so I think. So when I need to like get through it, because that's the only way you're gonna get through it, is to feel it, right? So I know that I need to like be in touch with my emotions. So when I'm going through something, I can always just like go to a dance class, That's what helped me last semester. Like getting through that was dancing. Like I couldn't really express how I felt to a T, but I knew how I felt when I was dancing. So yeah, it's really like a coping mechanism.
I like that. That's very interesting, and it's something that's powerful, in your life too. Is there any way that you can, stick to dance even when you're over whatever, is going on?
I don't know. I feel like in this place in my life right now, no. Just because, I don't know. I feel like there's other things I'm like committed to that take over that. And I don't know. I struggle with being committed to certain things as well. Like that's crazy that Takia was talking about that, because I'm like, I struggle with that too. Like I'll start something and then don't finish it, or just because I feel like the things that I'm passionate about, like right now in this moment, I stick to it. But for me, dance was not something I was passionate about. Like I didn't want to make a career out of it. You know, it was something that I could come back to when I needed to feel. So it's like it's not something that I, like once I'm through, like whatever I've gotten through or have worked through it, have felt what I needed to feel, it's like, okay, back to work. Like, you know, like for like now I don't have time when my favorite class is on Mondays to like go and dance, right? But if there was something that came up, like let's just say someone passed away or, you know, one of these niggas broke my heart, like something, I would make time for that, right? Because it's important, because I feel like I need to feel these feelings. But I feel like I'm in a space now where I don't really need that in my life, like right in this moment, you know?
So okay, all right, I get it.
Like it still lives in me, but you know, there are other things that are taking priority over that.
Got you. Okay, so talk to me about your fitness journey. So essentially it's been 2 years for you.
That's crazy.
You know, how was that going for you?
Yeah, so I feel like I've been with you for 2 years, right? Yeah. At this point. So I guess before that, the fitness journey specifically, I was with someone who was an athletic trainer. He was not like, and now that I say this, I'm not even sure if he was like certified or not. Not that that's like super, you know what I'm saying? Not that that's like the end all be all. But now that I'm seeing like the workouts that he had me doing, it was more geared towards athletes. And so we did a lot of cardio, like a lot. Like I think it was to the point where I was like 2 months in and he didn't even know that I knew how to like get on the squat rack and like squat. I'm like I know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like at least teach me how to do it correctly, but I know how to like, you know, like unrack, you know, the squat rack or whatever. So I had lost a lot of weight. My abs were there, but I noticed that my ass wasn't. Like I mean, I have good genes, so it was like I had a little poke, but it was like it wasn't sitting how I needed to sit. And I didn't realize that until I came with you, right? Like I stopped going to him for other reasons, but once I got here, I'm like, yeah, like we doing exercises that's helping me grow like my ass. And that's what I need. Like that's what I need. So when I got here, that's when I don't know, I feel like we go back and forth between like my journey.
For sure.
Every couple of months, you know, we gain it, we bulk and then we, you know, cut. We bulk and then we cut. And that's essentially like what it's supposed to be. But I feel like when I came to you, that was in 2020, the beginning of 2020, and we was bulking and then COVID happened. And so everything shut down and I was working out on my own. I had the tools to do it. Like I was, you know, doing the workouts correctly. And I still had you, but I feel like I was not paying attention to what I was eating either. Like I wasn't going crazy, but I was eating too much sugar. Stop looking at me like that. Like when I say going crazy, like I wasn't like eating out all the time. I was going to happy hour, like I ain't gonna lie. But I had too much sugar. Like there was too much sugar in everything that I ate, and I wasn't really paying attention to it. So my ass was right during quarantine. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I also had a little bit of a midsection, and I didn't like that. My goal wasn't to have abs per se, but like my stomach was not it. And so then we went back to cutting, like I think August or so, like 2020. And we just kind of been back and forth. Like I feel like with me, we've been trying to find a balance between you're not gonna be able to keep your ass fully when you cutting, but like, you know, keeping it okay to my standards, but also cutting the fat. And kind of just doing trial and error based on like my body and what I eat or can eat. Because it's a lot of stuff that I can't eat when it comes to protein, right? Like a lot of things. So yeah, just trying to like, I don't know, just kind of like back and forth. And now I'm in a place where it's like, I don't really even want abs. It's like, I just want a flat stomach, you know what I'm saying? But, and my ass too, like I'm not even in a place where it's like, I need to gain this much weight so my ass could look right. I just don't want a flat ass. That's all. I just want to look, I just want to feel good. It's not even so much about how I look anymore. Like it is, but I just want to feel good, you know? However, when I look in the mirror, it's like, do that outfit look cute on you? Right? Yeah. Like whatever I got on, like I just want to feel good. So I guess I'm in a place now where you said it literally like 20 minutes ago. Like you got to figure out what you want. Like what you want. Like what's next in our fitness, in my fitness journey. I say ours because it's our fitness journey, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want, where I want to go next, I guess.